What's good? What's good, everybody? Yo, it's so lit right now with the NBA playoffs right now, man. I miss everybody. How y'all doing out there? And like I said, if I ain't been, real active like that, putting out podcasts and stuff like that, but I hope you do follow A1 Sports Politics on Twitter, on Facebook, you know what I'm saying, even on Instagram. But I be giving all my time back to the youth, my young goons, man. They out here trying to do what they got to do too, man. They trying to get to the league, so I can be talking about them on A1 Sports Politics, you know what I'm saying, on a professional level, But shout out to all of them. But what's good, man? Like, whoo. If you can see me right now, like right now I'm live on Facebook. I always got to come back to Facebook because that's my supporter cast. If it weren't for Facebook, I won't be doing this anyway. But I got my Laker hat on, man. I got my Laker hat on. A1 Sports Politics edition, and it is a few left. A few available. If you want one, just tap in with me. But I'm glad my cousin here, man, because he was like. I'm like, man, I gotta rock, man. I gotta represent my squad still. This Laker Nation, I gotta tat it. You feel what I'm saying? This forever, ever. But we always gotta have love for the game. I got love for the game. I'm not too biased. Of course, I love my squad, but hey, it's authentic. I gotta keep it real. But I gotta represent, with my Lakers. You feel me? Because, Boston. I said, look, I got Boston. My cousin Lynn, he said, man. Boston never. They need to stay at 17. I'll start rolling. I understand that too. But at the same time, Boston is looking real good, man. And then it's been some other politicking going on all day about teams. I had my boy, he talking about all year, he's going for the Suns, but he always talking about my Lakers. I said, okay. I thought you was an OKC fan. He said, nah, man, Westbrook left. I mean, he came to the Lakers. What, you want to be a Laker fan? Oh, okay, you just one of those type. We got those type. And then I got one of my other Laker fans, you feel me? My boy Kenneth, he just tapped in here too. And I just got on him. I said, because he been heavy on Boston like all through. I ain't gonna lie. He been, he called this out with Boston like throughout the playoffs. I ain't gonna stunt, no cap. You feel me? But I said, man, he a Laker fan. I said, man, damn. Like, man, you a true Boston fan in this series, like this whole playoffs, like die hard, you know what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I got to show this A1 Sports Politics Laker edition, you feel what I'm saying? But let's get into it, man. And we got to talk about the most recent game just went off because we're going to get to Boston. We're going to get to Boston and we're going to get to the Bucks because that was one of my favorite series. I know that was going to 7. I know that was going to go 7 games. They didn't have Chris Middleton and all that stuff. Which is, it is what it is. Injuries is a part of the game. So it's none of that if and what ifs and all that. Like I said, the same thing when the Golden State Warriors just beat Ja Morant in Memphis. A lot, some people, well, if Ja was going to play, no. It still done went the same way. I guarantee you. It sounds crazy, but it's the real. You know what I mean? It's the truth. But anyway, the Mavs just showed up and showed out, man. I'm talking about from the first quarter. I said, man, it's personal, but I'm in the shower watching it. I'm like, because I like to watch TV when I'm in the shower, especially sports. So I'm like, man, I'm looking at the game. I'm like, yo, like, as bad as I want to, I want to blog and I want to put up, I can't do all that. I just got to watch. And I'm like, yo, the Mavs might win this game. Like, even though I picked Phoenix, I'm not the only one that picked Phoenix. Come on now. We all thought Phoenix was going to do this. But it's like, as you look at the body of work and how they start breaking down, it's like, yo, like, the Mavs coming with it. I'm talking about from the first quarter. Luka's 2-step back threes. You feel me? Luka is off the chain, bro. And he can make this look so easy. He had me debating like, yo, I know I just said Kyrie the best offensive player in the league, but, man, I'm scratching my head. And that's the thing about this, man, because we can always put our opinions out and all this and that, but then at the same time, we really not sure. You know what I'm saying? And me, I'm the type of person, I double back, man. I'll change my mind. It is what it is. But speaking of the Mavs, man, the Mavs, and going into this game 7, Luka was he was averaging 39, 9 and 9. So if we just tip it over, if we round it off, this dude is really averaging 40 points plus 10 rebounds plus 10 assists, like a crazy triple doubles in game 7s. I said, yo, he is the best player. He will be the best player on the floor. because he's better than Booker. He's better than CP3. He's better than everybody else over there and anybody else on this team. You feel me? But it's about the team. It's about the team effort. You cannot do this stuff without a team. And that's why Luka been averaging that much and losing, going home in game sevens. You know what I'm saying? But that team, Jason Kidd, I take my hat off to him. He just outplayed, like he just outcoached Monty Williams, who is the coach of the year. They just beat the Western defending champs. Like, that team effort is everything. Can't nobody do it alone. Can't nobody do it alone. Everybody on Dallas was balling. You right, Lynn. Everybody on Dallas was balling. Then Willie, that's the best. That might, outside of the CJ McCollum, that might be the best trade. That might have been the best trade during the season. You feel me? Because dude, Dan Willie, like, he was already a joint. He was a joint when he was in Brooklyn. When he got to the Wizards, it was like, Bradley Beal, this is his show, really, you know what I'm saying? But then we talking about the Wizards, you feel me? And then he get traded for Porzingis to go to Dallas. So the whole time was Porzingis. I think ain't no thinking. Porzingis was the player that was holding the Mavs back, straight up. I thought coaching had something to do with it because Jason Kidd, you can feel his impact, but at the same time, you had a dude Porzingis who have so much talent offensively and defensively, but he wasn't available. You feel me? So you on the sideline more than you in the game, especially when it counts. So that trade was a hell of a trade. Let me just say that. Take my hat off to the Dallas organization. But Dan Willie, he was balling. He was out. Like, come on, man. I seen him hit a couple of threes. He didn't have that much of a big. Tonight was his biggest game of the series against the Suns. You feel what I'm saying? But that first quarter, Luka and the Mavs took off, and then it carried over in the second quarter. You know what I'm saying? It carried over in the second quarter. Then at halftime, it was a disgrace. You feel me? The big three, DeAndre Auden. You got Booker and you got CP3, right? They had 6 points, bro. They had 6 points. Their whole team had 27 points at halftime. Luka had 27 points at halftime. And then Willie had 21 points. And the score was 57-27. No team in NBA history has been losing that bad at halftime ever. So that's history. You feel what I'm saying? That was history. And I said, man, it's over. It's over. Like, if you follow me on Facebook, I said, check this out. If the Mavs continue this in the second quarter, I just said the second quarter. If they do this in the second quarter, it's over. And basketball is a game of runs. You can't never just, shut the light out and be like, it's over. No. It was, in this case, you can just tell by body language. And that's one thing about us. I know we like to put our opinion out there. We want to think what we think, but at the same time, we are not out there playing. And when you a realist, you can look back and sit back and be like, it ain't happening today. And that's what I am. I'm a realist. You feel me? A1 Sports Politics. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm looking back like, this not gonna go away because of the energy, the drive. And then if you losing by 30 points exactly at halftime, this game is a wrap. It's history. It's history. You feel me? And then in that second quarter, the Suns only scored 10 points. Who are you going to beat like that? 10 points. Your big three only combining for 6 points at halftime is terrible. And I'm looking like, okay, they just outplayed them all the way. The Mavs outplayed the Suns from the first quarter to third quarter. In the fourth quarter, they didn't outscore the Mavs. They didn't outscore Phoenix, but it was still like 31-40. Like, Phoenix outscored them like by 9 points. But the game was over in the second quarter, bro. It was over. You feel me? It was over at halftime. If you lose by 30 points, bro, it's ugly. And Booker, let's talk about CP3 and Booker. You feel me? They've been chatting. Y'all remember Luka? Luka is different, bro. Like, he's different. You know what I'm saying? Once he get that supporting cast that's going with him, and this supporting cast been showing up this whole playoffs, let's not forget they was down 2-0. Let's not forget Luka was hurt until the third game against Utah. You feel what I'm saying? So, and then they won without Luka and Chuck. You feel me? Charles Barkley, he said the best thing that happened to the Mavericks was when Luka got hurt. And I had to think about, I said, what, he right. He right. And shout out to The Inside. You feel me? That's one of the best shows. But that's a fact. You feel me? Because they had to do what they had to do. You feel me? They had to do what they had to do. And they got some ballers over there. When Jason Kidd steps in the building, I just seen the interview. You feel me? Not even an interview. When he walked in, he was talking to the team afterwards. He said, y'all was down 2-0. Nobody didn't believe in y'all. Y'all kept fighting, and it hurt it. It didn't feel good. You feel me? So it was he got this connect. You feel me? And these first year coaches, bro, they are really making a difference. You feel me? Go for Boston, go for Dallas. If you look at these two teams back then, if you try to judge them off them teams from back then, it's no, these different teams. I can honestly say that about Boston and the Mavs. That's what it is. But Booker and CP3, all that talking, and Luka was walking backstage and he said, everybody laughing when they up, huh? I'm like, this dude, Luka's a killer, bro. He got Lil Wayne talking about him. You feel me? Because Lil Wayne boys with CP3. I'm like, yeah, this dude different. But he make it look so easy. How is he backing down your center? This dude is off the chain, bro. You feel me? So it's like I feel like he had this type of edge, you feel me? And he was motivated, especially how Devin Booker was coming at him, playing with him with the ball and stuff like that, just doing little shit. It wasn't nobody face I wanted to see during the disaster. You feel me? During the beating that they was getting. But Booker's. I wanted to see Booker face because it's something about Booker. He think he tough. He think he got to prove a point maybe because he light-skinned. I don't know. You feel me? But he got this tough guy act. And then you want to go at Luka, bro. You are good, but you're not Luka. You good for sure. You a bright, a bright star in the future for the NBA. But I don't think you should pick that fight with Luka no more. You feel what I'm saying? And when the dude come out and give you 30 points, 10 rebounds, 35 points and 10 rebounds in 30 minutes, don't play with no dude like that. Especially then, really, he ended up having 30 points. You know what I'm saying? And, man, this dude right here, bro, Jalen Burso, that dude is nice, bro. He been good since he was in college. I'm like, yo, he gonna be good. I just don't know if he gonna fit in with Luka and all that over there. But he's a baller, bro. You feel me? So them dudes, bro, they came to play. Everybody didn't the thing about them, they know who their guy is. They know Luka has to touch the ball. But when Luka can go sit down and they can still run the show, that's when you're in trouble. You feel me? And for the Suns, their highest score was Cameron Johnson. He only had 12 points. But Chris Paul had 10 points and Devin Booker had 11 points, bro. You are not going to win nothing like that. Especially when y'all yapping off, y'all doing all this and that. Bro, humbled. They got humbled. They was getting whooped at halftime worse than anybody else in the NBA ever, in history. Nobody was getting whooped like that. But that was a great performance by the Mavericks, bro. Great performance. You know what I'm saying? They was 100% from the free throw line. Come on. They came in this game with a chip on their shoulder, and they ate that chip. You feel me? Now they about to go and try to win the chip. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm shocked. Real talk, I didn't think that the Suns was gonna go out like that. But really though, when it comes to that talking and that mouthing off, when it comes to CP3 and Devin Booker and y'all doing all this, talking about Bridges was locking up Luka and all that. Come on now. And let's talk about CP3 right now. Jason Kidd, one of the best point guards ever, one of my favorite players from back in the days. And he was talking about the age of CP3 being 37 years old. Because he at 30, at 37, bro, come on, you knocking at 40. You are the point guard, and you got the ball in your hand majority of the time. But do you want to play some defense? And that's what they did. They went at him every single time. Like, bro, you're not about to take a break. You're not going to take a break. And I loved how Jason Kidd did that. And he said it, too. He said, yo, I know how I feel. You feel me? He just ended up winning him a ring later on in his career. You feel what I'm saying? But he know how that feel. And he went directly at CP3, which is a great adjustment. Make him play defense, because without him, he's the motor of that team. They're not running up and down. And then another thing Jason Kidd said that blew me away. Like, he said, you got to take away their space. You got to take away their space. They need their space. They cannot do nothing without their space, and that's what they did. They took away their space. Now, my biggest question mark right now is now that the Dallas Mavericks will be, advancing to the Western Conference Finals to go play against another team that loved their space, and that's the Golden State Warriors. How are they going to do it? I don't know. But I'm looking forward to this. I was really looking forward to the Phoenix and the Warriors series, like in the Western Conference, because I've been talking about the Warriors was coming. Like, even when I seen Phoenix doing their little thing last season, I said the Warriors going to come, bro. That's who's going to stand in their way. But I did not expect Dallas to stand in their way the way that they did. Hats off to Dallas. Hats off to J. Kidd. But I really want to see how they're going to perform against the Golden State Warriors. Luka said, and that's a championship team, but right now I'm going to just enjoy this first. You feel what I'm saying? So that's heavy. That's heavy on this part, but that's going to be a hell of a series. Who do I predict winning that series right now? I'm going to give the edge to the Golden State Warriors. I'm going to give the edge to the Golden State Warriors right now. Like, it changed. It changes. Like, you can't, I know everybody, like, you got to stand on your word. You got to stand on what but what about standing on what you believe? You know what I'm saying? What you believe. Like, okay, we can believe this, man. It's like, okay, hey, yo, man, that car blue. Or then somebody go get their car painted and it's red. Like, that car red. Like, now it's red. Like, now it's red. And that's how it happened. That's how we was feeling. That's how I was feeling in this first quarter of the Mavericks. And they got the momentum. They turned up. It's no going away from that. You feel me? It's like, yo, they going to win this game. Even though I picked the Suns to win it, and like everybody else, but it's like, yo, the Mavs going to win this game. It's just, we see it. We see it. But that's going to be a hell of a series. You feel what I'm saying? That's going to be a hell of a series right there. But like I said, I have the Golden State Warriors winning that series. Would it go 7? I don't think it'll go 7. I think it'll go 6. And I also think that Luka, I know that because how he made it look today, and he was just picking on they big men, bro. Like, backing them down and stuff. He was backing these dudes down, 7-footers. He backing them down and fading away from them, like going towards that. So it's like, but defensively, if they go small, I think Golden State best. It'll be best if they go small, because they don't really have a big dominant big over there with Dallas. I think it's best if they do go small. We might see that what they call it like the luxury lineup when it's Curry and it's Clay, Wiggins, Poole, and Draymond at the 5. That might be solid, because at the end of the day, Draymond is a former defensive player of the year. So I know he got to be looking for, and he really is a good defender. Like, he's a really great defender. So I know he got to be looking forward to this. You know what I'm saying? But they will not be able to pick on him like that. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So, but I think that'll be good for them. I think it's going to be a lot of small ball on both sides, because you just remember, the Mavericks went small ball when Luka got hurt. They went small. So it's going to be a lot of small balling, but it's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great series. Like, it's going to be a great series on Wednesday. That's the game 1. And home court advantage is going to be heavy. So I got the Suns winning 6, man. Shout out to the Mavericks, though. Good job. Good win tonight. Shout out to J. Kidd. Man, I don't know how my Lakers let him get out. How we let him get out of our possession. Like, what did we do wrong? Like, we did something wrong, because, come on, at the same time, we got Frank down. I see J. Kidd, everybody saying, yo, J. Kidd is going to be the next coach. Frank just holding it down for right now. But then come on, man. He get offered the job right away. Right after the season. Come on, dude. I don't understand that. I don't understand. But, yeah. Hey, stay tuned for some more A1 Sports Politicking. We will be talking about the Bucks falling short to the Boston Celtics and the Boston Celtics advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals to play against the Miami Heat. That's going to be a tough one, too. Y'all stay tuned with A1 Sports Politics. Hey, whoop! Yo, who up in this joint, man? Appreciate y'all for being in here, man. Let me holler at, like, what's going on, man? What y'all think? I see my cousin said the Heat in 6, Golden State in 6. I feel it. What's up, baby? Hey, yeah. So I think that's I ain't gonna say the Heat in 6. Like that might go to 7 games. I might go 7 games. That might go 7 games. Real talk. You feel me? I'll be in there. I'm just get this workout real quick. You know. Yeah, man. Holla at me though. What y'all think, man? Because I really feel like the East is tough. It's tough. You feel what I'm saying? The East is tough, and the West gonna be tough too. Dallas not gonna be a pushover. They're not gonna be a pushover. But Memphis is better than Dallas. I think Memphis is better than Dallas. I think Memphis is I think Memphis is better than Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Look, because like nigga, I'm only right around the corner. What's cooking? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But we're gonna get into this Dallas game. Man, yo, like it's tough right now, man. It's heavy. It's heavy right now in both sides, the West and the East. But let's get back to it. A1! Yo, so we back, man. Back with Small A1 Sports Politicking. My cousin Big Lynn, he up in here, he said the Heat in 6 and the Warriors in 6. I mean, that's cool. I don't think the Warriors I don't think the Heat gonna finish Boston in 6. Now, let's talk about that. Talking about Boston. Boston came out, at the end of the day, it was a must-win for them last game, and I'm like, yo, it's Boston in 6. In 7. Boston in 7. My boy Kenneth, he was like, no, Boston in 6. I'm like, no, 7. Because at the end of the day, I know Chris Middleton, he wasn't playing, but at the end of the day, we are talking about the defending champs, and that's the Milwaukee Bucks. It's not going to be easy. They are a really good defensive team. Giannis is going to play his heart out, as he always does, and it's not going to be easy. You feel what I'm saying? This series, it started off tough. It started off tough. You feel me? Both teams had the share of losses. Like, Giannis didn't play his best in game 1. You know, Tatum had a terrible game 3. You feel what I'm saying? And like things like that, like that's the type of stuff that makes me want to see a game, like a game 7. A game 7. Real quick, let me cut into this. My brother said, can people stop comparing Booker to Kobe Bryant, please? I think that ban ended last season, bro. That like I remember being on the freeway. I was on the freeway. You feel me? And I had to pull my phone out. Like, I know it's dangerous. I had to say, yo, stop doing it. Like, don't do it no more. And then I think he felt the heat, and Devin Booker came out and said, no, I ain't, like I'm not Kobe. Like, no, you are not, bro. I don't like Booker. I'm like, it's something about Booker I don't like. Maybe I can get him on the interview, like, yo, why you think you so hard, homie? Like, what's going on with you, man? You feel me? But he got real humble today. Believe that. But I had to cut into that because I wanted to bring that up. Like, I wanted to, like, watching the game, I was like, yo, nobody better not say nothing else. Like, I don't even see where that comparison came from. Honestly, I don't know where it came from. They don't got no type of similarities. None. If you want to compare somebody to Kobe, like, I'm going to keep it all the way a buck with you, and you be like, yo, he moved like Kobe. Oh, how he do it? He's just bigger than Kobe. Jason Tatum. That I can't. That dude is nice. He nice. Now let's talk about Boston. Let's get back to Boston. Speaking of Jason Tatum, you feel me? He had a bad game 3, but after that, it was like, and they only lost by what? They only lost by 1 or 2. You feel what I'm saying? 1 or 2 or something like that. But at the same time, those type of games is why I wanted to see a game 7. When both your stars not playing at their best, and then it's close games, it's last minute shots and stuff like that. That's what it is. But Chris Middleton, he was needed. He was most definitely needed. You feel me? So it was like, it was needed. Like, I feel like it could have went 6, but Boston fumbled up, and Jrue Holiday stripped Marcus Smart twice. You feel me? He took over that game, and they was really supposed to win that game. But at the end of the day, That's a championship team that you cannot fall asleep on. You feel me? You cannot fall asleep on a team like that. So it went 7 because it was supposed to go 7. You feel me? But Boston defense is for real. Like, let's let that be known. You feel me? Greek had to work for every single thing he had. You feel me? You know what I mean? And I also love the way that, like, the vets, like, showed up, like, especially Al Horford. Like, Boston did a great job bringing back Al Horford. Al Horford, let me say something about Al Horford, right? Like, I remember watching Al Horford when he was in college for Florida, and he smashed man, like, I was so mad, though. I hate to bring it up, but he smashed my UCLA Bruins. You feel me? Him and Noah. You feel me? And Al Horford was playing more like the 4. And I really said that. I said, Al Horford's going, because all the hype was around Noah. You feel me? All the hype was around Noah. So I was like, yo, Horford is going to be a better player in the NBA. And he really is. Like, I'm not even capping. Like, this is when I'm a young buck. Like, what? Middle school? No, high school? You feel what I'm saying? Like 9th grade to something like that. So I was like, yo, he going to be a better professional than Noah. We don't know where Noah at now, but Al Horford, he's still out here doing his things, and he had a hell of a big game. Now, he had 30 points at one point in one of these games. So it was like, yo, he's still real effective, and they did a great job by bringing him back. He didn't do too much in this last game. In this game 7, he was 6'6". He had 6.6 rebounds. 10 rebounds and 6 assists. You know, that's coming from a big man. But Grant Williams, let's talk about Grant Williams. He had 7 threes tonight, and he had 27 points. Jason Tatum, 23 points. Jaylen Brown, 19 points. You feel me? So it's like, and they had 2 other players that was in double figures. When it comes down to stuff like that, let me say something about that head coach over there. It's hard for me to pronounce his name. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to admit it. I can't pronounce his name like that. You feel me? And I don't want to mess it up. But anyway, the head coach for the Boston Celtics is the biggest difference that happened in Boston. Because going into I thought they was going to lose to Brooklyn. I ain't going to lie. I thought they was going to lose to Brooklyn. Because of Brooklyn been doing them like that, how they did them last season. They just been handling them. But the new coach the change in the head coaching changed a lot. You feel me? And then them bringing back Al Horford. Like I said, it was a vet, a very good professional. You feel what I'm saying? So his whole demeanor is different. The defense is I have never seen Boston play this type of defense, bro. Probably since like 2008 when they had Ray Allen and KG and Paul Pierce and stuff like that. That defense is crazy too. But this defense right here is crazy. And that's why Giannis had to work for every single thing he got. You feel me? And then it's like Chris Middleton. It's no Chris Middleton. Drew Holiday had 21 points. He can give you this and that. Porter's not going to do too much. He might have a good game at home or something like that. And then Brook Lopez really ain't been the same since he came back. So Giannis couldn't just beat this team by itself. They are too good defensively and they're too good offensively. You feel me? When you got a team that got both are good, like they got good offense, they got good defense. You feel me? That's like the both worlds. Like, come on now, and that's exactly why going forward, I feel like Miami is gonna they're gonna struggle with this team. You feel what I'm saying? They're gonna struggle with this team. And like if it come down to it, and it come down to like who can score the ball, I'll put my money on Boston every single time. Every single time. You feel me? But team ball is what made this happen. You feel me? The head coach, he said after the game, he said, yo, we know who our scores are, but this is a team sport. This is a team sport. We know who our scores are, but we gotta share the ball. We have to share the ball. And I'm like, yo, that's why this dude is in a position. That's why he got this team in the position that they're in now. It's not about just one score. It's not about just Tatum. It's not about just Jaylen Brown. Did y'all hear what I just said? Grant Williams, a guy off the bench who's not known for scoring, hit 7 threes, and they told him to keep shooting. You feel what I'm saying? He said, man, I'm not used to that. You feel me? I'm not used to that. They tell me to keep shooting. I'm not used to that. But he kept shooting. He had 27 points when he had more points than both of the best scorers on the team, Jaylen and Tatum. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a team sport. They role players been playing great like all season long. I'm not all season long, but for the most part all season long too. It's like Boston went on this tear after the All-Star break. You feel me? But they They star players, they doing they do. But it came down, they had some little friction talking about, yo, Tatum and Brown, they don't want to share the ball and stuff like that. You remember? But they sharing the ball, they passing the ball. It's not about just one man. You feel me? And Boston hit 22 threes, the most ever in any game 7, bro. So that's heavy. Meanwhile, the Bucks was 12% from 3. They only hit 4 threes out of 33. That's terrible. They're not like, so they try to get in the shootout. They're not like that. You feel what I'm saying? So the Bucks, at one point, the Bucks were up by 10 points. You feel me? At one point. But it's like Boston, they lost that first quarter and they took off after that. Everything else was history. The momentum, you're in Boston, like that's tough. That's tough, man. But Jason Tatum, man, he on a different mission right now. I feel like that whole team is on a different mission. Like you got the defensive player of the year, Smart right there, and it makes the team just like they are championship material. Let's just say that they are championship material. On the Bucks, they was down Chris Middleton, but I still feel like Chris Middleton wouldn't have made that much of a difference. I think the same outcome would have still appeared. It would have been Boston at 7. You feel what I'm saying? It should have been Boston at 6, but at the same time, you can't say shit. I can't say that, and I can't commit to that because this is a championship team. You feel me? It's a championship team, so it's like, it comes down to that. But it's really like, let me just say that it's shocking that I think it's been since 2011. Neither of the first seeds on the West or the East hadn't made it to the Western Conference, like to the conference finals. Like this, the first time since 2011. You feel me? So that's deep. Like, whoa, like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? So that's heavy. But Boston going into Miami. Let's talk about that. I did have Miami winning coming out the East. I did. I had Miami coming out the East. I said Miami going to win it. You feel me? I'm going to come out the East. I didn't say they're going to win it all. I just said come out the East. But at the same time, it was like Boston. I seen Boston. I wish I can go back to my tweets or whatever. And I said Boston. Got to look out for Boston because they doing something. After All-Star break, they took off. You feel me? But Miami is a really good team. They defensively good. Offensively, that's the question mark. You feel me? Defense, they got all these bodies. They got too many bodies over there. And I feel like all their bodies are nothing but guards. You feel what I'm saying? So we can break this down as far as size too. Boston is bigger. They're bigger from Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Then they got Grant Williams. Then they got Marcus Smart. These are the guys that I'm naming right now Jimmy Butler is going to see. We know Jimmy Butler he went on a tear against the 76ers. You know what I'm saying? But that is crazy. You feel me? That is crazy, like, because he going to have so many different bodies at him. He's not Greek. So come on, man. Greek did it. Come on now, like, if we think about Jimmy Butler, Jimmy buckets, he get buckets, but they just went against Greek. You feel what I'm saying? So they're going to throw all these different bodies that can really stay in front of Jimmy Butler. And then Jimmy Butler, he's their best defender. He's the best defender on the Heat. Bam is a pretty good defender, but it's out of them too. But Jimmy Butler, then he got to play offense and defense. They're going to wear him down. They're going to wear him down. Then you got Jason Tatum. You got Jaylen Brown, they're going to throw him at him. Then, like, I guarantee you that it's going to get chippy between Jimmy and Smart. Like, it got to. Like, if I'm Smart, I'm like, I got to make it happen because Jimmy Butler, he think he tough. He act tough, all that. You know what I'm saying? But that's where the question mark comes in because if Jimmy Butler is not scoring, then Tyler Hero, if he do his thing, but he was off this, he really didn't have a great series. But they got guys that can stay in front of him too. So it's going to be tough. Oladipo, if he, we haven't really seen him. We seen him drop 40 before the playoffs. But it's like that rotation over there. Then they got Duncan Robinson. He didn't even play none last year. So I don't really know what Spoelstra is doing over there as far as rotation-wise. But they got to be able to get buckets. If you can't get buckets against, and it's not going to be easy to get buckets against the number one defensive team, and that's Boston. So that's why I changed my mind. You feel me? That's why I changed my mind. And I say, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to go with Boston. And then they got this grid to them, and not underestimating the grid that Miami have. But you got Kyle Lowry. He didn't even play. You know, I just feel like the rotations all over the place. When Boston know what they want to do, they know how they gonna do it. Versus the number one team, the Heat. I understand number one team. Versus them, they just, if Jimmy Buckets is not going, Oladipo, we haven't seen nothing spectacular from him in the playoffs yet. Then you have Tyler Hero. We don't know what he's gonna do. Bam is not a scorer, so that's exactly why it's gonna be tough. So you got Jason Tatum. Watch how Jason Tatum, and this is what I like about Jason Tatum, man. And you know they might throw Tucker on him, you know, to put some body on him, but he's gonna expose Tucker. He's too quick. He's got good feet work, and he's not soft. He's an aggressive scorer. You feel me? So that's why, like, and when dudes like that dude remind me of Kobe so much, bro. He's just bigger. You feel what I'm saying? Like he gonna run away from the contact. So it's gonna be a good series. But like I said, I think Boston is better offensively and defensively. You know, coaching wise is there. You know, both of them got good coaches. It's just gonna come down to who can score and who gonna play the best defense. That's just that. But it's gonna be a hell of a series. I keep saying what's gonna be my best series, but this is gonna be a hell of a series. Let's get into these questions right here on A1 Sports Politics live on Facebook. Let's go. Okay. My boy Jay, my brother-in-law, he said Dallas showed up. I told you. No, you didn't. That's one thing I mean, I don't know why it's like everybody always want to say, I told you. Why do y'all always got to tell me shit? Like, I ain't even, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody always say, I told you, like, bro, like, okay. But Dallas did show up to get to, you know, they did. That's going to be a very serious, tough. Oh, yeah. My brother said that's going to be a game, that's going to go to Game 7. Miami and Boston might go to Game 7 for real, but I'm going to take Boston to 6. That part might not be another Kobe. He was different. Oh, yeah, that's my cousin getting back to that Kobe thing. Yeah, Kobe he was so different, bro. But Jason Tatum is really close to Kobe, like, real talk. Like, Jason Tatum, bro, I wanted to draft that dude so bad, but we had B.I. at the time, so that's why we didn't draft him. Kendall, what I tell you about the Suns letting Dallas stay around like that. Bro, you couldn't. They like, Luka is different, bro. They did something like all that coughing and mouthing off that they was doing. It turned on the switch for that dude, man. He didn't look back. You feel me? Bucks taking it. I knew this question. Look, so my little cousin, he said, Bucks take it in 7 if Chris Middleton was playing. I knew that was coming, but look, I guarantee you, it wouldn't have made no difference like that. I'm telling you, it wouldn't have made no difference like that because at the end of the day, he got a guard. You feel me? He had the guard too. So it's like, you know, offensively, you know, and Chris Middleton, he had his best playoff games last season, and that's when they won. You feel me? We always used to be like, man, where is he? Like, is he really a number 2? You feel me? So I can't really say that. You feel me? But I guarantee you, just based off how the game playing, bro, how this game is going, it's always that big old if. Always a big if. I can say if for 1,000 times. That's why I try to stay away from that word when I'm talking about sports. You feel what I'm saying? But real talk, that's it. You feel me? It wouldn't have made no difference. I guarantee you. Same thing with Ja Morant. It wouldn't have made no difference. You feel me? What was going to happen. It just would have happened a little different. That's it. Guarantee you that. He have more offensive threats to me. Who? You tell me who he got offensively besides Jimmy Buckets and Tyler Hero. Oladipo, I don't want to hear Oladipo because I haven't seen him. Kyle Lowry, I don't want to hear Kyle Lowry because he's not an offensive threat. You feel me? He can be, but if he have to, like, never. You can't tell me that he got better offensive weapons than Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. These dudes, they can put up 50. You feel me? They can put up 50. And then you got Al Horford, old self. He can go on one night. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I can't agree with that. Okay, I got my boy in here. My boy Reg. Only the Clippers beat the Mavs. That's a tough team. Only the Clippers. He would. That's Red's, the Packer and the Clipper fan. He would say only the Clippers. Let me say you something about the Clippers, man. I don't want to know. I shouldn't even be talking about the Clippers. But since you brought up the Clippers, because I can talk about my Lakers all day. But anyway, the Clippers. I feel like the Clippers, if they would have made it into the play-in and they would have played against the Suns, I mean, if they would have won and play in and play against the Suns, I think we talking about the Clippers. You know, I think the Clippers would have beat the Suns. That's just me. I feel like Kawhi would have came and played, and I think PG would have been straight. I think the Clippers would have been a tough team. I think they would have gave the Suns no disrespect to the Pelicans. The Pelicans did a great job. They might have wore the Suns down. You feel me? But I think the Clippers would have made a real big impact, and they would challenge the Suns a little more than the Pelicans did, because the Clippers wouldn't have the Suns would have been looking over, across, looking at the Clippers like more of a threat than the Pelicans. And that's it about the Clippers. No Clipper talk. They in the Hall of Trash. Real talk. But yeah. But back to that, man. It's going to be a hell of a series, man. I've been enjoying every bit of the playoffs, bro. Like, every bit of the playoffs, man. And like I said, I'll try to get more of these podcasts out. But I'm always watching. If you're not following A1 Sports Politics on Facebook, or me on Facebook under Kendall Warren, on Twitter, A1 Sports Politics, and just get at me, man. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. Man, I'm just so hyped, man. Even though my Lakers not playing and LeBron tweeting and stuff and showing showing his workouts and all that stuff. Hopefully, and then we hearing about all this other. I don't know what's gonna go on. I don't know what's gonna happen between that, but it is what it is, man. My Lakers not in it, but I'm still a big fan of this sport. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it up. And good looking, man. I need to get you back on the show, man. Like, I've been so busy with the youth, bro. Like, every day, all day. You feel what I'm saying? Every day, all day, with the youth. So that's the only thing that's keeping me away, you feel me, from dropping these podcasts is here and all. But, y'all going to hear back from me pretty soon. You feel what I'm saying? And feel free, if you want to come on the show, holla at me. Reg, I got to get you back on the show. You feel what I'm saying? For sure. Lynn, I need to get you back on the show. Like, let's make it happen. Some big things in store for A1 Sports Politics. Believe that. Don't think it ain't never dead, man. You know what I'm saying? It'll never die. You feel me? That's just what it is, But A1 Sports Politics. And, hey, anybody see the boxing matches, man? I've been on my boxing tip lately. You feel me? The Cornello fight, he got whooped. I wanted to get into that, but we ain't even going to get into that right now because I'm just on basketball right now. You know what I'm saying? And then Jamel Charlo, shout out to Jamel Charlo. He had a hell of a fight last night, in Carson, Cali. He was in Cali. He put on the show. He did his thing. He made history, winning all the belts at 154. That's heavy. Boxing is heavy right now. I'm loving everything about boxing right now. You feel me? I just I feel like right now in boxing, they got the most talent ever. You feel me? I'm 30 years old. I might be, I might have missed, the 80s and stuff like that. But right now is the most talented boxers I've ever seen. You feel me? They need to make them all fight. So be on the lookout for, A1 Sports Politics Boxing Edition. You feel me? We'll talk about some boxing, and that's just what it is. Y'all stay tuned with A1 Sports Politics. I appreciate y'all. Hey, yo, while you watching this, give me a thumbs up, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And stay tuned with some more A1 Sports Politics, man. Y'all have a good one, and keep enjoying these playoffs. Even if your team not in it, it's going to be all right, man. It's going to be all right. You feel me? It's always the next year. Then we got the draft. It's all the draft just happened, man. We got a lot to talk about, man. A1 Sports Politics, man. Much love, and we out. Hey, what? Yes, sir. Good looking out for y'all tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Now I got to go eat dinner. You feel me? My wife done whipped it up in there. Laker Nation, though, man. Hey, for my Laker fans, I got some more of these hats, man. I got one more left. My uncle came out here from Milwaukee, grabbed him one, left one. You feel me? So y'all tap in, man. And hey, for my Clipper, my Clipper fan. I ain't gonna say Clipper fans. You feel me? I'm having some more. I'm gonna put the Clippers colors in. You feel me? It's all about A1 Sports Politics, man. That's what it is, man. Hey, good looking out from y'all. You feel me? I'm out. Hey, what?